The Herbst appliance helps us align the upper and lower jaws by bringing the lower jaw forward. We'll start this treatment by bonding the lower holding arch and the expander and letting those work until we're ready to add the wires and the posts. The posts helps move the lower jaw forward for this correction. The initial portion of the treatment is turning the expander. You'll see a hole where the expander key will fit into to complete the turns. You'll insert the key into that hole and move it side to side to ensure the expander key is in completely. Once you're ready, you'll push the key back until the next turn hole is visible, and then remove the expander key. We'll be doing 1 turn a day for the next 21 days, and possibly more after. We'll check in at your next appointment to see if any more turns are needed. At Hager Orthodontics, we want to make sure that you have a beautiful smile and a healthy smile. We'll send you home with a full brushing kit so you can take care of your braces and the Herbst appliance while you're away. We'll send you home and supply you with a variety of brushing tools, an Oral-B electric toothbrush, a travel-sized toothbrush, small interproximal brushes to help you get around the brackets and the wires, and some flossers to help you get underneath the wire. We also have wax and chapstick for you. Along with your oral hygiene kit, you'll also get one of these forms. This is the new patient success agreement form for braces patients. Your assistant will go over all of the instructions and the recommendations on this form, but we have it recorded here in case anything gets forgotten along your treatment. At each appointment, we will grade your oral hygiene on a scale from 1 to 5. Any grades below a 3 means there's a higher risk for gingivitis, decalcification spots, or cavities. It's important to improve our oral hygiene as fast as possible, so we will review any tips and tricks or areas we need to focus on at the appointments if needed. Brushing with braces requires new techniques that you may not have used before. We'll need to brush above, below, and across the brackets, as well as the chewing surfaces and the back sides of the teeth. Above and below the brackets can trap food or plaque, so it's essential that we angle the toothbrush to reach these areas. Using the edge of the toothbrush and the bristles on the very end, we will poke them and push against the teeth very lightly to get the bristles under the wire. This is to help remove any food or plaque that could be stuck in between the teeth or under the wire. For the Herbst appliance, it's also important to not only brush your teeth and the brackets, but to brush the metal of the appliance. Food and plaque can still rest on the metals, and that's not good for our teeth either. So make sure that you get the toothbrush back there and brush all around to get any food or plaque, anything that could be stuck to that metal. Above, by the expander and by the lower holding arch, by the backs of the lower teeth, there are some bars that can be harder to reach with a regular toothbrush. You can use a narrow brush and brush on the backs of those bars and to pick out any food or plaque that's stuck above them. For cleaning tightly around the brackets, you'll want to use the interproximal brush, also known as the pipe cleaner brush or a Christmas tree brush. You can bend it to help reach around the brackets, and you'll brush each side of the bracket and underneath the wire. By brushing back and forth to ensure that there's no food or plaque stuck on the sides. Do this for each bracket and even the ones in the very back where there's the molar tubes or hooks. Now to floss, we'll need a floss threader. We'll take a long strand of floss with it, and we will lightly twist one of the ends to make it a little bit thinner. This is going to make it a lot easier to feed it through the hole of the floss threader. Then we'll tie them together so there's a shorter end and a longer end. Now using the other side of the floss threader, where it's slightly pointy, you will push the floss threader underneath the wire by either going above or underneath the wire. Whichever way is easiest for you will be perfect. When the floss threader is underneath the wire and you have enough room, grab that edge and pull it through until it's only the floss under the wire. Now you may use the floss to go in between your teeth to grab any food or plaque. You'll do this by pushing the floss towards your gums while hugging one of the teeth in this area, then pushing the floss up and hugging the other tooth. In order to floss all of your teeth, we will need to repeat this step in between each bracket and each tooth. These are things to look out for before your next appointment with us. When brushing your teeth every night, pay attention to see if there's any lifted or wiggling brackets. Those might be loose brackets that we need to rebond. With the Herbst appliance, there could also be a loose band. It'll appear to be bouncy and not fully against the tooth. Loose brackets and loose Herbst bands can cause significant treatment delays. Please be sure to let us know right away when you notice something's loose. To prevent any breakage, we want to avoid any foods that are too hard, too sticky, and too chewy, as it could cause a loose bracket or a loose band. Any raw fruits and vegetables can be cooked so they're soft, or cut into small pieces to make it less likely to pop off a bracket or a band. Treatment for a Herbst appliance, we will not place the wire until the expander turns are completed. Once the wire's in, if you notice any poking, feel free to use wax until you're able to see us. You can pinch a piece of wax off of the wax strip, squish it in your fingers, and place it right over the extra wire or the bracket if the bracket's poking you. While in treatment, your cheeks and your lips will need to get used to the brackets and the appliance. Feel free to take the next few days easy to help the adjustment process. We're always here for you if you have any questions or concerns with your treatment. While you're adjusting, please be sure to eat things that are soft and that don't require a lot of chewing. Tiny bites and drinking little sips of fluids like water will help as well. Thank you for choosing Hager Orthodontics. We're happy to get you started on your Herbst journey.